mystical thought forms, traditions of all sorts, shamanic traditions, Hindu traditions, Christianity, speak of this aura around the body, especially the figures of the divine. You see the halo around them. And that is evidence of more than the physical. Very important, very valuable study. That there's more than the physical. The body, what you see in the mirror, what you often criticize, is inside of a vast field. There's this aura. Why pay attention to it? Why be aware of it? Because it's you. It's your energetic feeling, the signature of your thought, what you've embraced in thought. Clusters of energy weigh you down. That is, clusters of conditioned energy weigh you down, cover up what you really are. Now, I see auras. Wild notion to consider that someone would see auras. A whole lifetime of spiritual work basically as a result of the fact that I see auras and a basic need to see uplifted states, to see aha moments, flashes of good energy. So years ago I ended up at a school called the Institute of Self-Awareness, and I still go there, and I'm part of the process of that school. And when I sit in the class, I'd watch aha energy, intuitive interactive work based on knowing who we are spiritually. And every time someone would hear and resonate with a truth in the interaction, there would be flashes of energy filling the room. And I'd watch this. So the story of energy is very, very important to me. And that basically, in spiritual traditions of all sorts, we know our birthright is our divinity. Our core is divine. To know thyself, to many, is scary. Until you know what you are is unlimited. It's peace. It's spirit. And I have a drawing here done by Larry Borth, a friend of mine. You can see a link to Institute of Self-Awareness, iselfawareness.org, from the website infiniteaffinity.com. This is the ideal nature. Those who've walked the planet, like the great mystics, the great saints, basically lived in this field. This is what we have in all of us. This is what we all are. What we've done is we've been trained out of this, alignment to this, and we've been conditioned. So here is an example of conditioning, but there's still light there. It's just covered in heavier thought forms. So to what degree have you found yourself in weighty, strong-held notions that have weight? To what degree do you value feeling solid? Is the degree that your aura is crinkled up, heavy, weighty, whatever else. Now, it's often talked of as resistance, so it shows up as a visual play for me. You know, that there's just, everybody's a good person, basically, most people I meet, on some fundamental level, but I just see the conditioning covering up that greater, better, you know, the greater nature, the spiritual nature. And I just like to watch that sometimes, and I watch for what's behind that. So, you know, there's a play going on in my consciousness through the day. And in spiritual circles, we all know of resistance and how many levels it creeps up on us we're not often aware of. So that's why I advocate interactive spiritual work and study, so that the aura can be freed up. But there's also techniques that I'll be putting on YouTube clips soon. But one of the main things I've seen out there is against. So I have this little figure I drew with the guy against. Every time I see someone's hands like this saying, "Not that," or any kind of this kind of thing, and it's just hand gesture, I'm often, I would say 99% of the time, maybe 100% of the time, I can see that there's a darker fighting heavy energy in the system that's against. So you can see how this weighs the person down. There's also clumps of energy based on against. So there's a lot of spiritual awareness stuff going on about don't be against the Democrats. Don't be against anybody. The Mother Teresa, she wasn't against war. When they invited her to an anti-war rally, she wouldn't go. And she said, when you have a peace rally, I will go. Not an anti-war rally. So be careful. I've seen some very spiritually aware people trick themselves into heavy notions. War bad, wrong, killing bad, wrong. It becomes more important than let everything be. Abide in spirit. Don't let the aura get bent up. It helps no one to feel bad. No amount of feeling bad or feeling against about the world is going to make me feel better. So knowing about auras is very powerful. That you look in the mirror physically and you brush your hair and brush your teeth, make sure you look good physically. And when you know you have an aura, you might spend more time on your smile. And you might spend some time doing some energy techniques. Once again, soon I'll have a YouTube clip with some basic energy techniques that might help you. So this all is an adventure, really, peeling away layers of the onion. Now I have this drawing. After 6 to 8 months of work, this person I worked with read books, picked up DVDs, movies, CDs, interacted in group work, loosened up thinking styles, got out of learned positive, strong plays, how to present herself, got more natural, got more into abiding in her spirit and come from a natural, uplifted state. It got more real, and it loosened up. So you can see how heavy, dense energy can lighten up. And then again, it goes into that, it lightens up like this. It goes into that. That's sort of an ultimate end, an ideal to shoot for. So that is, in a brief nutshell, something about auras. It's very powerful, very nice thing to pay attention to. And thank you for listening.